Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm going to be doing a hair tutorial showing you how I curl my hair when it's all curled and done like this. So most of the content on my channel is more faith-based content, but I do like to sprinkle lifestyle content in here and there. And as you know, if you watch my videos, there's usually some sort of parallel or twist to the lifestyle content, and that's the case as well with today's video because I am going to be doing a hair tutorial. But I do also have a fun hair story I want to share with you of an experience I had that really just kind of showed me something or gave me an insight in terms to really understanding our identity and the labels we allow to define us. And so I actually just got my hair done a couple days ago, got some touched up highlights and a trim, and so I figured this was the perfect time to film a hair tutorial and also share that story with you. So here we go. All right, we got some fluffy little lion mane here. So the first thing I will do is obviously I will wash my hair, so I'll shampoo and conditioner it. And then when I get out of the shower, I will spray this in it. It's a little like leave-in conditioner spray, so I just spray it all throughout my wet hair, and then I will brush it straight. And then I'll just blow dry my hair and try to kind of pull it straight as I go. Because my hair is naturally curly, it gets nice and fluffy when we blow dry it, so that brings us to this stage. And then I start curling, and so there's really not any sort of special technique I do for this, but I will basically just section it off with this little top half up here, and then do the bottom, and then do the top. So the curling iron I use is this Bio-Ionic one. I love it. It's got a nice long barrel, which is great for long hair. I am honestly not sure where to find these. I got it through my hairstylist, but I will try to find it online and link it. And this one is, I believe, the 1.25 inch. So again, I'll try to have that linked below, and then also this is on my Amazon storefront, and I'll have that linked below as well. So I'll just start by sectioning off and kind of part it down the middle and put half on each side. And then I'll just start from the furthest back piece right here and start doing it in little sections about this big. This might be kind of weird, but I literally just put this extra piece in my mouth as I'm blow drying it. If you do that too, let me know. I feel like whenever I do my hair in front of friends, I feel so weird and they're like, what are you doing? But you know, it's just the most convenient because then you don't have to like keep clipping it up in between everyone. If there's a better way to do it, let me know. That's how I do it. So, but I can't really talk and do that. Okay, so this will be in my mouth, just imagine that. And basically then I'll take this little piece and I'll brush out each one. Okay, we're just gonna use the clip because this is not really possible to do it while I talk, but there we go. Just for the sake of showing you, I'll brush out the piece and I'll try to get a good grip there at the root, and I'll just bring it down a couple inches and then start to twist, go down a little bit, twist some more, go down a little bit. This is a way to get the curls to hold really well. And then I'll just hold it there for a second. And this is a pretty bouncy looking curl right here. And so I will just go over the end piece a little bit and kind of straighten it. And that just gives the curl a little bit more of a relaxed feel. Also, I'm doing the curls away from my face. And so usually I'll go over it twice just because my hair is a little bit coarse. And so this just kind of makes it a little bit more relaxed. And then once again, straighten it. So that's what I do with all the pieces. I'll just do one side at a time. And so I'm just gonna do that bottom half and I'll put it in time lapse so you can see. So as you can see as I go, I kind of do it pretty quickly and don't hold it for so long just because I like the curl to be a little bit more relaxed. I feel like on the first one I showed you, I held it longer than I normally do because I was talking and showing you. But I do it pretty quickly just because I like a little bit more of an undone curl look. But if you want more of like a perfectly round curl, then definitely hold it a little longer. And then for these pieces right near the face, I just try to get a really good grip near the root to kind of get out any of the crinkles from my naturally curly hair. And then I do kind of make these even more straight than the other ones. So I'll just put like a little bit of a curl in them because I just like to have sort of the nice natural looking face framing pieces falling around my face. Alright, so I finished the bottom part, which is definitely the thickest part, so there's not a ton left up here. But I'm just going to bring down the bottom and then do the same, or bring down the top and do the same thing. I usually style it with the middle part, and then throughout the day I might kind of, toss it over to the side or whatever, but I'll at least start here with the middle part. And now, since we're almost done, I will tell you my little hair story as we're curling. So again, same thing, just starting with the back, doing little chunks at a time and curling it away from my face. But basically, so when I was in high school, I pretty much curled my hair almost every single day, like round, big, curling iron curls. So I have naturally pretty wavy hair, and when I was in high school, I did not like my natural hair. At the time, that's when like straightening your hair was really big, and so I felt like it was really popular to just have smooth, straight hair, and I just felt like my hair was too wavy and too frizzy, and so I did not like it and did not feel good when I wore it natural. So I would literally curl it every single day, and I almost even didn't like people seeing me with my natural hair. And honestly, that kind of continued into the beginning of college, and so once again, I would pretty much curl my hair almost every day. And I remember my freshman year of college, I was talking to a friend, and he was telling me how he had run into somebody else on campus who also knew me, and they were trying to make the connection because the other person didn't remember my name. So he was trying to describe me to my friend, and he's like, oh yeah, the girl who always has perfectly done hair. And you would think that that would be like a positive compliment, but it actually had the negative effect, because what I heard is, oh, so this person knows me as always having perfectly done hair, and it made me feel like my hair then always had to be perfectly done, that I could never let anybody see me without it perfectly done, because that's how I was known, which even saying that out loud and looking back on that sounds so silly, but at the time, that's really what I thought. And I remember that comment really sticking with me at the time, and I didn't have this realization when I first heard it, but looking back on that comment maybe like a year or so later, I just had the realization when it comes to identity of how important it is to not find our identity in the things that people say about us. I think we focus a lot and talk a lot about how we cannot let the negative things that people say define us, but I think that it's also just as true for the positive things, because the reality is that even the positive labels that people put on us have the potential to become chains. I remember being in a Bible study one time with some friends, and my friend was telling me how she was always called the funny girl, and people just knew her as the funny girl, and how for the most part she really liked that because she liked making people laugh. But then she said how it was also sometimes hard because she felt like if she was ever going through something difficult, or if she just wanted to have more of a serious conversation, that she almost felt like she couldn't, because that was stepping outside of the bounds of how she was known. She was known as being lighthearted and funny and the jokester, and so it almost made her feel like she couldn't be serious. And so I know it's a silly little story about my hair, but I just wanted to share that because maybe you can relate. Maybe you have always been told that you are the good girl, and then when you mess up, because we all do, we're all sinners, you almost feel like you can't admit that to anybody because it falls outside of how people know you. Or maybe you're praised for always being so positive and happy, but then when you're going through a difficult time, you feel like you can't talk to people about it because their expectation of you is to always be positive and light and happy. And our identity can't be found in what other people say or think about us, whether good or bad, because any of that can shift at any second. The only safe place for us to find our identity in is Jesus, because he is unchanging. He is the same yesterday, today, and forever. And Jesus, we don't have to do anything to perform or to earn his love. And in fact, we couldn't. We couldn't do anything to earn it. We didn't deserve it. Yet he still died for us while we were sinners, like I talked about in my gospel video. And so because we couldn't do anything to earn his love, we also can't do anything to lose it. But if our identity is built on what other people think about us, then we're going to be constantly needing to perform to keep measuring up to that idea. Just just like me back in college hearing that comment and thinking, man, I can never leave my dorm unless my hair is perfectly done, because then I won't live up to this idea that this person or whoever else may have of me. So these days I actually really love my natural hair. I think a big part of that just comes with growing up and sort of growing into yourself and becoming more comfortable with yourself. But I think insecurities in general, because we can all, and we all do, have insecurities about different things. I think that with those, I think they slowly fade away over time as we build and pour into a relationship with Jesus, because as we walk with him, he is continually surfacing insecurities and hurts and things in us that he heals and brings wholeness to. And I also just think that the more we walk with him, the more our sights are set and shifted towards what is truly important, so that we're not so hung up on the things that don't truly matter. And so I really enjoy wearing my hair natural these days. I also really enjoy curling it, as you can see, and I think it's fun to be able to do things like this, like doing our hair or our makeup or whatever, for fun and not because we feel that we need to. And so I just wanted to share that little hair story with you. I hope that you found it encouraging and that it's just a good reminder to find our identity in the only one who is never going to change. And so I'm just finishing up my hair. It usually takes about 30 minutes start to finish, including blow drying and curling. I've got kind of a lot of hair and it's pretty thick, so it takes a while to dry. But I like to do it about once a week, honestly, because when I do it and take the time to do it, then I really don't have to touch it for like a good 3 or 4 days. It'll hold pretty well. And even if it falls a little bit, I kind of like that more natural look once again. And so I'm just gonna finish up these last couple pieces and then I will show you when it's all done. So there we are, all finished. Once I'm done curling, I'll usually put a few drops of this U oil in. It really just kind of helps to tame some of the frizz down a little bit and smooth it out, and I think just sort of have it set after all of the heat styling. So I'm gonna put that in. I'm running low. And I'll really try to rub it through the ends. So here is the finished product, all done. Whee! I also have to show you guys before I close out this vlog, because I was so excited. This literally came in right before I filmed, but check it out. So here it is. It is this map from a company called Mapiful. So basically you can pick different cities or places in the world that mean a lot to you, and you can create a map of that city. I have a lot of cities I feel like that mean a lot to me, and so it was hard to pick just one, and so I opted for this world map. And typically you put coordinates down there at the bottom, but I decided instead to put this verse. So this is a snippet from the Great Commission where it says, "Go and make disciples of all nations," in Matthew 28:19. I'm literally so excited about this, and it couldn't wait for the next home update vlog, so I had to include it in here. If you want to check out Mapiful, I will include the link for them down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you found it encouraging. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, and then also hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and leave a comment down below if there's any other lifestyle type videos that you would like to see me do. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.